Hey guys, I guess this video would be about if I can drive or not. Um, the question is, or the answer would be yes, I can drive. I am a bioptic driver. Um, I do use my bioptic. Um, I actually have it right here. I'm not sure if you can see, but this part, where the hell is it? This part right here is the bioptic, and with the bioptic I can see around 20, 40, 20, 20, and it's mostly only used for street lights, signs, and whenever you're on a straight stretch of road, you can see ahead of you and see what's going on. But any other time you have to use your normal vision to drive, and sometimes it is hard. My problem with driving is I can drive, but driving towards the sun, like when the sun is setting or when the sun is rising, and I drive towards it, the glare on the windshield just does not agree with me at all. It's my worst enemy. And the process I took to get my license was I could not pass the eye exam at the DMV. So they gave me a piece of paper to take to my eye doctor. My eye doctor filled it out, told me to take it back to the DMV. Well, they gave me a Class E license, and I did not have to require a bioptic with a Class E license. I had that for about a year. I had 2 accidents, one in May and one in June. No, one in March and one in May of 2012. And after that, I was required to get a Class G bioptic license, which required me to use the bioptic while driving. Come to find out, not going to mention any names or anything like that, but the eye doctor that gave me the authorization to get a Class C license, I feel, was not supposed to do that. I should have just went from not driving to having a Class G license by itself. I've been driving for about, well, since I was 20. So I've been driving for about 5-6 years now. Have not had any accidents since 2012. I have held my daytime driving only restriction for 3 years, and here recently I went and I took the night course for a week, and I got my night restriction lifted, which means I can now drive at daytime and nighttime, which is pretty nice. So now I don't have to work around, daytime hours. I don't have to worry about someone having to come and get me in my vehicle if it's dark out. I can just drive home myself. And like I said, it's pretty nice. It kind of takes some getting used to with the Bioptic starting out. Whenever I first started out with my Bioptic, I had an issue with the car going one way and me looking another, and I had to learn how to control the car, like keep it straight while looking through my Bioptic. And my instructors were just amazing. They helped me with basically everything I had an issue with. They always stayed positive, even though I wasn't. They were just great people. And if I had it to do it over again, I wouldn't change my instructors. I wouldn't change anything. And I'm so grateful, to be able to drive. I might do another video on my truck here, or not truck, but SUV. It is a 2017 Ford Escape, and it was basically purchased to accommodate me and what I needed to be able to drive. I'm not sure if there's any. No, it looks alright. My hair's probably a mess. But as you can see, let's see if I can do this. As you can see, I'm not sure if you guys can see or not. It has the odometer in the middle with the 0 miles per hour right now. And that is one of the reasons why I purchased. Sorry guys, just trying to get this back in place. That is one of the reasons why I purchased this vehicle, is because in most cars you don't have this option. You only have the speed odometer, and I unfortunately in some cars cannot see the speed odometer. So with the miles per hour and the digital effect, it's larger than the speed odometer is, so I'm able to see it. And excuse me. In most cases, if I didn't buy this vehicle with this option, I would have to use an app on my phone called a Speedo Monitor. And basically what that is it turns your phone into a digital speedo monitor, and you just put it where your gauges are, or you have, like a little holder on your dash or your windshield, and you put your phone in it and you watch your phone, and it tells you how much or how fast you're going. And it seems to be pretty accurate, but at the same time, I've learned that some cops don't like you using it, because if they are to pull you over and they see that you're using your phone, they might give you a problem with it. I have a letter that I'm supposed to give police if I ever was to get pulled over, stating that I can use this option on my phone while driving. As far as the let's see here. As far as renewing my license, you have to take a yearly eye exam, and you also have to take a yearly field exam, in my state anyways. I'm not sure about your all's. And if you don't pass, you don't drive, obviously. But if you pass, you get a letter in the mail from the DMV, and you take that to your closest DMV, and they renew your license for another year. But the only bad thing about this is you have to renew your license every year. You can't get your license for 8 years, say, and then just take your eye exam every year for 8 years, which it's kind of annoying, but I guess it's really not that bad. But other than that, I've never been pulled over. I haven't had an accident since I've been a Bioptic driver, and I feel that it makes me a safer driver. I'm not saying that this is for everyone, obviously. I mean, you have to know your limitations for your vision and how much you trust your vision, and you have to know your limits, basically. And if I didn't trust myself enough to think that if I didn't trust myself enough, I wouldn't be driving a brand new car right now. I would be driving, like a 90s model vehicle that's all beat up and everything like that. So, I mean, you just have to know your limitations and what you're comfortable with, what you're not comfortable with. I can't really think of anything else right now. I guess, I'm not sure. Actually, I would put that whenever you do become a Bioptic driver, if you're thinking about it, do not go out and get the biggest vehicle that you can find and just start driving. Because it's gonna be really, really hard to judge the vehicle. Like in this vehicle, it's pretty big, but of course I'm used to driving a full-size truck for work. But on the other hand, I started out driving in a Hyundai Accent, which is a really, really tiny car. And it was much easier to judge, you know, where your front end is and this and that. And this car, I can't see the hood. Like, I can see the hood, but I don't know where it ends at. So, you just have to judge accurately. And, but as far as the program goes, I went through DRS counseling, or Department of Rehabilitation, and they are some great people. If you live in West Virginia and you're interested in bioptic driving, contact, his name is Chuck Huss, down in Nitro, West Virginia, and just tell him you're interested in the bioptic driving, and he will get you set up. They are really excellent people, good trainers. They won't let you wreck or anything like that, obviously, but at the same time, I mean, if you can't drive, they'll tell you, you know, you can't drive. And so, like I said, it's more about what you're comfortable with, and things like that. I guess if I missed anything, you know, put it down in the comments. If you have any questions, same, put it down in the comments. If you like this video, make sure to hit the like button. If you haven't already, subscribe. I mean, it can't get any more interesting than a blind guy, you know, talking about his problems in life, I guess. I try to keep the videos short and simple, I guess, but sometimes there's a lot of information that you just can't fit into one video. So if I need to make a second video, I will. But yeah, that's about it, I believe. Again, like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that little bell notification at the top. That way you can get future uploaded video notifications. And I'll see you guys later.